Yeah, man, me live, man, me live. People, a pure joke thing I go on at the polling station. Man. Pure joke thing. Man. When me say I go on at the polling station, then when me say I go on at the polling station, then what I say takes place this morning at the polling station then is voter suppression and slow voting. When I go to the Vauxhall School, the Vauxhall High School on Windward Road to cast my ballot, I met some people before and they told me they went to the polling station and them passed them ballot quick and fast. I was just like 10 minutes away from the polling station. When I reached the polling station, I went to the outdoor agent and the outdoor agent assist me by telling me where I could find my PD. My PD was inside the school, inside the school, not telling you which PD it was. But my PD was inside the school in a classroom. When I went around there, I saw a cluster of people. I was just asking, why is the place so bungled up and that the line is not moving? I went further to inquire and I was told that the computer broke down. Further investigation, I get to find out say computer were not really break down, it was moving slow and it was issuing ballot like every 25 minutes. Imagine you in a long line and a ballot being issued every 25 minutes. That's suppression. That is suppression. And I'm now wondering if it is a elected plan by Glasgow Brown and the Labour right then to slow the voting process in constituency where the the ballots are mostly PNP. That I'm asking myself. And a whole heap of people is asking that question. Is it suppression of PNP ballot? Is it that the PNP must try out there in the day to find out at each polling station why are the lines are moving? I am asking the people in the PNP upper echelon to find out why the voting process is moving so slow. You must remember a low voting turnout always and mostly go in favor of the incumbent. And maybe that is what the G Laborites are banking on, a low voters turnout. That is what the Laborites are banking on, a low voters turnout. I am asking the PNP people them, the Dayton Campbells and the Julian Robinson, the Mark Golden, the people at the PNP HQ to try and remedy this situation before 5 o'clock. There is suppression of PNP voters going on outside in the voting process right now. I am asking the PNP to assess this slow voting process. Please listen and assess the slow voting process. I was voting at Hard Road at Vauxhall School, and I was there for almost an hour and a half before 12 o'clock to cast my ballot. It is a suppression of PNP voters. I am asking the members of the PNP, the Mark Jefferson Golden, the PNP, all the upper echelon of the People's National Party to try and iron out this problem. The voting process is moving very slow. If the PNP is to gain power, the voting process to be swift and fast and dead. I am asking, this is a SO to the PNP headquarters. Voting suppression is taking place in the public right now. Most of the places where it is expected to be 100 or between 75 to 100% PNP voters, it is moving very slowly. I can imagine in Mark Golden's constituency, the process must be slow. I can imagine Portia Simpson now Angela Brownberg constituency, the process must be slow. I can imagine in Julian Robinson constituency, the process must be slow. I imagine even in places in Bull Bay where the incumbent Juliet Holness supposed to be booted out of the process is being slowed down also in the PMP section. I am asking the PMP to go out there and assess the slow moving of people casting their ballots. I must mind the People's National Party that a low turnout more favored the incumbent. The PMP must have at least a 60% turnout to regain power. We must have at least a 60% population turnout to regain state power. If 3/4 of the population do not vote, it is very hard for the PNP to return to government. So I'm asking the PNP to assess the slow voters process. Something is going on. Why voting is so slow at the polling station? Something is being thing must be going on between the EOJ and the labor rights. I am only speaking of my experience. I went to vote this morning at the Vauxhall High School, and the process was very, very, very slow. When I mean slow, I mean molasses pace. I have stood in the line for almost an hour with no less than a person in the line. Or should I say, more than 20 persons in the line. People were trickled to every 20-minute vote. Something is going on. Something is going on. I assume that it is voters suppression. It is voters suppression. I'm asking the PMP to assess this problem. Please assess this problem of people going to the voting station and it is taking so long to cast their ballot. Something must be wrong. Something must be wrong. If either the EOJ is trying to frustrate the public, the EOJ is trying to frustrate the public. The people are crying out for sabotage. Everybody is talking about sabotage. Everybody is talking about sabotage. I am wondering if the EOJ plan with the labor rights. I don't trust glass poll, bro. I do not trust glass poll, bro. Some people is saying that they are being sabotaged by slow voting. Some people are bad, so they're not from man. Everybody are bad for slow voting, especially in the P era then. Everybody are bad. Everybody are bad. Everybody are bad. Slow voting, slow voting. Is it a charge from the EOJ? Is it planned by the EOJ to charge the PE constituencies then? Is it a plan? But I am telling the PMP them, don't be dismayed. Don't be dismayed. Be dismayed. Stand up in the line till you not cast on a ballot. Don't be frustrated. Glasspool Brown I try frustrate the PMP voters then. Glasspool I send some malfunction machine go at the PMP places where know say a PMP turn I got big this up. Glasspool Brown I try suppress PMP vote. People of Jamaica, don't be frustrated. Don't be frustrated. Turn up in the line till mark on X. From on a day in the line half a mark on X. PMP I go bring food come go no. If you no hungry, you not go get food for eat. Turn up in the line, don't come out of the line. Glasspool Brown and him labor right friend them I try first to That's why them a slow process. Them a send some whole function machine called the PMP voters PD them. But Vauxhall and the thing a move like masses. Me inna the line for almost 1 hour before one smother vote. Vauxhall school a move like snail. They have to try report it to the PMP headquarters. Vauxhall a move slow. The PD them a move slow. People are turn up line too long. Everybody a ball, say foot swell, them hungry, and them not eat no breakfast. People a get frustrated, but me I tell you, don't be daunted. Glassful Brown and him labor right friend them a try frustrate way. Me no trust Glassful Brown. Anybody we talk and like Duppy, me no trust them. Glassful Brown talk like Duppy. Glassful Brown talk in him nose. Me I tell the people then, don't be frustrated. Glassful Brown and him friend plan this from long time. You see, you Glassful Brown, you, you are going hell. You Glassful Brown, you are going hell. You could have tried, it can't work. Glassful Brown, you could have tried, you could try, it can't work. Now call on to PMP then. Circle all the PMP polling division then. Circle all of them and make sure say the whole molasses machine not there. A pure old machine then send go places like Vauxhall School. The machine them are some whole malfunction machine. Whole malfunction machine there. Them a work like molasses. Them slow. Them slow. People. Glassful Brown try suppress PMP voting public. Glassful Brown at it. Glassful Brown at it. People. Call on a family and call them and tell them say figure vote. Call on a family them and tell them vote. People where they are foreign, call family them and tell them go vote. Tell them go vote. Tell them not sit down in them house, them not vote. Send them go vote. Them still have almost 3 hours to go vote. Tell them say we have vote against criminality. We have vote against people when not care about we in a hospital. People, we are send them go a jail. We are send them go a prison. Them want to win because them no want go a prison. We are send them labor right here to prison. We send them go a prison. But people tell your family them say, don't be frustrated. Tell them say to stand up the line. Tell them say no come out of the line. Tell them say don't be frustrated. Gospel Brown a frustrate them. Tell them say no make gospel frustrate them. Tell them say gospel Brown plan when plan with the right them nah go work. Nah go work. It nah go work. PNP nah left out of line. It could have slow like molasses. Mouth could have an white squall, but now come out of the line. Me I tongue and wipe off the white squall. Me I make sure say, me put my boat over my belly. Me I put my boat over my belly. Me hungry, but me I make sure say, my vote. Me now come out of the line. Now come out of the line. Glasspool Brown and the lady them I try frustrate me with the slow voting process. Them send pure old machine the 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 voting station where them know say enough PMP I go vote. But una not frustrate me. Una can't frustrate me. Una can't frustrate me. People who do not hear Juliet Wallis, their constituency out the polling station. Where Juliet Wallis at the polling station. Where Juliet Wallis at the polling station. Eh? Where Juliet Wallis at the a polling station. What kind of foolish eh? Where Juliet Wallis at the a polling station. Eh? Where Juliet Wallis at the a polling station. Eh? Somebody tell me where Juliet Wallis at the a polling station. Eh? Unity strength and release. And it's time for me to sit online on your babes. I'm always going to be here for all the best. That is conceptual. That is natural. That's the video there.
to make this mix